Welcome to another episode of So What's Next? My name is Kristen Smith.
I'm Danielle Downs.
And I'm Timea with Layer Realty Partners and co-owner of Zen Yoga and Wellness.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having
for
me.
being here.
Thanks for having me.
We wanted to talk to you about your stuff.
Okay.
All of your stuff.
All right.
So I know you own the yoga studio.
I co-own it.
You
I have two
co-own
incredible
it.
business partners.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So tell us a little bit. Let's start there.
Okay.
Let's start there.
Like how it started?
Yeah. Just kind of take us through the whole journey. Like
Okay.
when it started, when you knew you wanted to start it, who you started it with. All of those things.
So I started it with my business partners, Rebecca Trailer and Vanessa France. So they are my friends from Westminster.
Okay.
I had been teaching for the original owner of the studio since end of 2017, beginning of 2018. I was already doing real estate. I was doing it full time, but I always loved to exercise. I had a CrossFit injury. I wanted to do something that's fun, low impact, you know. So I started to teach bar.
Okay.
So that was the first venture there, and then so I taught for her, for Paula, the original owner, from I think it was like end of 2017.
And what was that called before?
Young at Heart.
Young at Heart. Okay,
Yes.
I knew that.
So
I
she
just couldn't
opened that
remember.
since that whole complex went up in Village
Okay.
Square.
Yep.
In Westminster. So fast forward to, COVID was super, super hard. Everything was on Zoom. You had the social distance that was like killing small businesses.
Oh yeah, especially
was
ones
so-
where everybody
Yeah,
goes
like,
into one
no
place.
high five.
Yeah, everybody's
Measure 14
sweating
feet.
and breathing.
Right, exactly. Oh my gosh, teaching in a mask was awful.
Oh.
It was horrible. It was horrible. So anyway, we did it. And then she decided to retire. And I was like, I have to have this studio. How do I do this? I can't just have a random person run this studio, which is like so selfish of me, but whatever, here we are.
Like it's mine.
I'm like, I
me.
love these people. Like, this is my community. This is my
Yeah.
home. I healed here. Like, this is so much more than just four walls. This is such a safe space.
Yeah.
And it just ended up working together. Vanessa and Rebecca approached me. They're like, hey, we heard the studio is for sale. What do you know about it? I'm like, well, not a whole lot, except the fact that I want it.
I want in.
And
I want
so
it.
anyway, we got together and they're like, well, we want to have a part in it as well. And I was like, let's do it. So we just put our heads together. And then it all happened super, super quickly, like a matter of 3 to 4 months.
Oh wow.
Which is super quick for buying a business and
Yeah.
crazy, but so are we.
I feel like I had to learn everything.
worked out.
I'm
Oh my
assuming
gosh.
like immediately.
Immediately, it seemed so simple and so fun, and then we dove in and we're like, oh my God.
You're like, oh my.
Wait.
So I'm very, very grateful to have two incredible partners. There's absolutely no way I'd be able to do this by myself.
Yeah.
Like 100% not. I would have to give up real estate. And even some days now I'm like, oh my gosh, can I do two? But we're doing it.
Yeah.
And it's thriving and it's doing awesome. And we have, you've been there.
I have been there. I have been
Remember,
there.
Yes.
It is.
literally
It's
the
wonderful.
greatest. It's like the greatest community of people.
Yeah.
It's small, it's tight, everybody
Yep.
is so loving, so
Yeah.
welcoming, and just hearing the stories of how their lives are changing and the feedback
Yeah.
they're giving, it's just like totally worth it.
Yep.
It's all worth it.
Yeah, no, it is an amazing atmosphere. Actually, I've been doing one-on-one with Jenna.
I love her.
And yeah,
You
and
guys
you
had
were the
Jenna
one.
on.
We
yes,
did,
you
yeah.
And you introduced us to her, and
She's great.
She's a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were so thankful for that referral. And she's one of those people like you. I feel like you can just be yourself around, and you can be comfortable, and you can. So I'm doing the one-on-one with her, and
Yeah.
then I was like, well, what do I do now? And she's like, well, you can go to Zen, and I was like, okay, then I'll do that, because now I like.
So you're coming back?
I am
Oh,
coming
good. I'm
back.
so
I
glad.
am coming back.
Good.
And obviously Colleen and Nicole are like
Yes.
my besties, and they're
We had
always.
Colleen's surprise birthday party yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her little birthday bar.
Aw.
She's at a regular.
Adorable.
She is. Oh my
She
gosh.
has. She's embraced it from the beginning.
Yes.
And she's always like, her and I are really good friends, and she's always been like, you gotta come, you gotta come, you gotta come. And I think part of it was like they want me to come,
Yeah.
which is amazing, but I
Yeah.
had to come to it on my own.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yes.
I
That's
had
something you
to,
definitely
like-
have
It
to
has
arrive
to come from within. And when you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is what I want to do for me, and that's
Right.
because my friends want me to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And and Nicole too. She's a warrior. Like,
I love her.
Totally a warrior. So
she's on Zoom all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the time. She's so dedicated.
Yeah.
And so I am coming back.
I'm so
I'm
glad.
doing this with Jenna for September, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna be a regular.
Cool. So excited.
Come on back.
So what kind of like programs or classes do you offer? Is it like
Everything.
all day long? Is
It's
it like
all day. We have morning classes. We have 6 a.m. classes. So we have 2 locations.
Okay.
One in Westminster. That's like the mothership.
Yep.
And then, so 6 a.m. classes for those who want to get their workout done.
Yep.
Those are like, I want to work out. I don't want to jump to a class. I want to work out. Get my day started.
Yep.
And then we have early morning, mid-morning. And then we have senior classes 5 days a week at 11. And then we have a little break.
Yep.
We have the little kids in twice a week after school. We walk them. They get picked up at the elementary school.
Oh, wow.
We
Oh,
walk
that's
them up Main
awesome.
Street.
yeah, that's so cool to
Yeah.
introduce them early.
Yeah, so we have kindergarten through 5th grade.
Yeah.
And then we have evening classes 4 days a week.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then, of course, the weekends. So a pretty full schedule.
Yep.
And then we have our smaller location inside of Orchard Hills.
And that's
Okay.
new, right?
That's
like fairly new, a year.
Yeah, a year and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So our hot classes are there.
Okay.
A couple of regular normal temperature classes, the non-hot classes, but our hot yoga is there. So
Yeah.
Jenna is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you do the
So-
hot yoga?
I
Or-
have in the past.
Okay.
At All About You, they used to have hot
Yes.
yoga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They had a great
And
setup
it's-
there.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you do all levels from beginner to like advanced.
Yes, and then everything. You can take a beginner class and still have a great time, and you can go into like a normal class, and then there will be modifications if you need to take a lower option.
Yep.
And there will be variations if you wanted to kick it up a notch. Do you have to
Yeah.
go into 3-legged dog? Not really.
and if you go into bar, just be aware. I was like, oh my
But
God.
no one has ever died in my class.
No one has ever died.
I feel like it.
Yeah. No, but that's great.
that's a
Because I
good-
think
yeah,
a
that's
lot
good.
of people
Yeah.
think yoga is not intensive, but you offer that.
You make it what you
Yeah,
want.
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
you totally offer.
It's definitely something that I've been wanting to get into. Like I recently, April, started going back to the gym. Like I hadn't been to the gym since like my 20s. And I was like, okay.
So last year.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was like, I need to like do something. It's time to get moving. Like,
Yeah.
let's go. So like, but I hate it. I hate the
hate
gym.
it too.
I hate it.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah,
and then I go
it's
and I'm
fine.
like,
Like, I go there and I'm like,
a
ugh.
machine.
It is, and it's
Yeah.
boring.
What do I do?
And like, I just like I have my like my playlists and
Yes.
or whatever. But it's again, of course, it's the same playlist that I listen to, probably driving to work, on my way home from work, at
Yeah.
the gym. Like it's all the same stuff. You know, I'll like we'll look at the TVs, but it's nothing. And then like
Right.
I'll watch people.
And where are your friends?
Yeah, like and I'm just like I'm looking at people and it's dudes, like just dudes everywhere all the time. No offense to guys, you guys are great, but it's dudes everywhere,
Yeah.
and it's just like, and I hate it, but like it feels good.
Yes.
and I'm like I did it, I went,
Right.
but
You have that little satisfaction after.
yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I've definitely wanting to be.
come.
I think
Yeah, now that we can go together.
I would have to probably do it the early morning or morning
there.
because that's I think that would work best. And I do like early
morning,
stuff.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
if I go to the gym, it's like I try to go at like 1, like my lunch break or whatever, just
Yeah.
because like I'm not going after work.
you have midday classes though, right? Or no?
No.
So
11
it's
is
just-
our latest, and
Okay.
that's the seniors.
Okay.
And they're
I mean,
very active.
I could fit in the seniors.
They are very active.
They're very active, yes. We have an awesome senior crowd.
Yeah.
They're so great. But
Yeah.
morning or bust.
yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I'll look it up,
Definitely.
especially on the way to work, and then I just come to work right after.
Yeah.
I'm sweating.
exactly.
Yeah, and
I
what,
do it all the time.
Yeah, right.
yeah, and that's when
wash my hair.
Colleen. Yeah,
I guess now it's time to train.
I guess now's the time to do it. So tell us about your community involvement too, because I know, like, I always see you, at Neighbors Helping Neighbors, and like,
Yes.
you're all about even not just the members, but the community at whole. Like, you want everyone to be one.
That's
So
the
tell us
idea.
about
that. So we were lucky enough to participate so Westminster has their Town Benefit Day. It's the second Sunday of August every single year.
Okay.
So it's a big thing. It's a huge fundraiser. One family gets the proceeds.
Yep.
And then there's a 5K involved. So the last few years we've been organizing it and marketing, advertising, putting it together, getting the t-shirts ordered. So it's been a ton of fun. So we get out there first thing in the morning. Like we are the earliest because the event doesn't start till about 10 or 11.
Okay.
So first, we do the race and everything. And then it's been a ton of fun.
That's
It's
awesome.
been so much. So that's like our time, our involvement, the organizing part and everything. It's a ton of work, but we love it. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
And everyone in Westminster who is anyone partakes.
Okay.
Yes,
it's like
it's a whole day event. So after the race wraps up, that's when the activities on Academy Hill start, which is where the gazebo is up.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're familiar
All right.
with
Yep.
Westminster.
Yep.
So it's a great program.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
a great fundraiser. It's a good community event, and we love being a part of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And now you're even doing, I noticed like you're doing trips. Like
We
you're
are
going to
doing our
Sedona?
first retreat. Yes.
That's so
we're going to go to
fun.
Sedona. We do have a couple of spots left. We have 2 different sessions in November.
Okay.
Yeah, so middle of November. We'll be back before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, it's Wednesday
awesome.
night. Thursday is the first day, and then
And how many people are going?
we have 11 spots in each. I should know this, but I don't. Just like
That's okay.
yeah,
That's,
but
I
we
just
do have
kind
a
of wanted
couple of
to.
spots that we still need to fill. So.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, but it's pretty much booked. We had a couple of late cancellations recently, so
That's great, though.
I could. How far is that from Phoenix? I could go visit my daughter.
couple of
By-
hour drive,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's really cool. It's beautiful out there.
Wait, she lives out in Phoenix?
She just moved there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
no
we
way.
moved her out there. She's doing her doctorate out there
Oh, wow.
at ASU.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, so she just picked up and went. So
Wow.
Yeah.
it's a big change, but we're getting through.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous out there. It's
I've
gonna,
never
have
been.
you been?
No,
Oh my God, you're
I
gonna fall in
haven't.
love.
Yeah. The
It's
pictures
so
look great.
gorgeous.
Everyone I know who's ever gone out there. had
Yeah.
an
Oh, yeah.
experience.
It always looks amazing.
I did.
Yeah.
I looked it up because Colleen's going, and
Yes, she is.
And I looked it up, and I was like, oh,
You should go.
It's like-
She'd love it.
yeah. We need a scholarship.
You're like, we're going.
we need a scholarship for that. Jeremy, if you're listening,
Kristen can take
Danielle.
pictures.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. It's a work
You'll be
trip.
the photographer. It's a work trip.
It's a work trip.
You need for our mental health.
Yes.
We'll omit
Yes.
the travel fee.
Yes.
I love it.
So yeah, I love that you're doing other things than just the
Yes.
regular classes. And I saw you have like couples yoga.
Jenna's doing
yes,
that.
that looks so
oh my
fun.
gosh,
We could
that's
do
gonna
that.
Be in
Couples?
October.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't have
Like
to be
me
with
and
a
you?
No, it
boyfriend.
doesn't have to be. It
can
doesn't have
just
to be
with
like a
friends.
couple.
Yes.
It's just like a
We
friend.
call it partner yoga.
Oh, partner. That's what it
Partner.
is.
Yeah. If you want to bring your sister or your friend, it does not.
It
have
does
to be
not
a
matter.
I was like, okay.
We would die.
You guys would have so much fun.
Like we would laugh.
We would.
I don't mean die. I mean just like laugh the entire time. But that's okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
All kinds of stuff. And then
yeah.
we just wrapped up our outdoor events as well. So we go to Smith Country Cheese in
Oh,
Templeton for
we're
cow
having
yoga.
them.
Okay, that's what you were
just
talking
there
about
last
recently.
Thursday.
That's awesome. They're coming on our podcast next month.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. I love them.
Yes.
I went to high school with them.
Oh,
They're like the nicest
yeah,
people.
Allie. She's so
Yes,
sweet.
she's so sweet.
So sweet.
Yes.
Yep. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So you went to Oakmont then?
I did.
Oh, so did I.
A really, really, really long time ago.
Not longer than me. Not as long as me. But it's all good. It's all good. So now in the business, I know there's like co-owners. So
Yes.
do you guys, are you completely like 1/3? Like does one
Yeah.
person do this sort of thing? Like how does it all work?
We divide and conquer.
Okay.
So we have our own rules, and then we mix the rest together.
Okay.
Okay. So you all teach.
So we have community. We all teach.
You all teach.
All 3 of us teach.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
so
then
if there's an instructor out sick, we try our best not to cancel a class. Then
Sure.
we'll like, all right, I'll be in, or you'll be in, or one of us
Yep.
will be in. But
Yep.
fortunately, we have an incredible team of teachers, so
Yeah.
it typically does not happen. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's great.
really,
I mean, for a
really,
business
really
to
good
be that
crew.
consistent.
But we all teach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all have our little.
Do you have your specialties?
We do, yeah.
do, okay.
So Vanessa is so good at, she's got a very, very gentle class on Thursdays in Westminster and Mondays at Orchard Hills, and it's You just hold the poses for
I've been to that
several
one.
minutes.
Yes.
It's dark. It's cozy.
Ooh.
There's not a lot of movement.
Yep.
What's that one called?
It's a yin class. It's
Okay.
it's yoga for anxiety.
Oh, very nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then you know me, I'll teach all the crazy classes. But you will not find me teaching a gentle class. That is just like super outside of my comfort zone
Yep.
because I'm very energetic.
Yeah,
Like,
I gotta
I'm
get it
like,
out.
My heart rate is like always high.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to like not crack a joke. It's hard for me to like not be funny,
Yep.
which you kind of can't do at a gentle class.
Yeah, no, and that makes
Right,
sense. But I
right.
think it's so nice that it's so versatile. Like you have
Yeah.
so many different options when it comes to something like this. Like it can be gentle, it can be
Exactly.
funny, it can be
Yes.
intense, and everybody's going to have different needs, and it's going to do so much for you mentally
Yes.
as well as physically. And I think that that's huge.
100%.
Right. Right. And even yourself, like you don't want the same thing all the time. You know, you could be having a hard week and just want to do the gentle one. You know what I mean? Like you
Exactly.
can
Yes.
You got to listen to your body
Yep.
and how your day was. And sometimes you want to go and have an intense workout, or
absolutely.
want to go for a run or a hike
Right.
or whatever.
Yep.
And some days, nope, I just want to go to Nidra. I want to lay down. I want someone to do a guided
that's the
meditation
one, yeah.
over me.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Yeah.
I don't really want to move today. I just want someone to like put me into a different state.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's
So
great.
there's a little bit for everybody. And then we also have sound meditation.
I was just going to ask that. I was like, do you incorporate like sound bowls at all?
Once a month, we have Mike and Nina from Sound Alchemy. So if you want to have like something to do with the team, have them come in.
Oh.
Like a good team building
That
day,
would be
have
so
them come in.
good.
They bring their gongs and they have so many bowls. And
Yeah.
oh, that's wicked.
I went on Sunday. It was a chakra waterfall meditation. So we did a little practice.
Yep.
And then we laid down, and then she started with the sound bowls.
I love
and
sound bowls.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
That sounds really nice.
Yes.
Really, really
So
good.
there really is something for everybody.
Literally. Yep.
Yeah.
Also Pilates.
Oh,
I really could
okay.
go on like all day about this. So
Now, so you said you were a member before you owned it.
yeah, I was just teaching
You
twice
were-
a week.
Mm-hmm.
I was just the
Oh,
bar
so
teacher.
you were teaching.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant you were just a member. So
No,
you were
I
actually-
approached Paula and I was like, I want to teach bar. And she's like, have you ever taught before? And I said, no, never in my life. And she's like, well, you're crazy. And I'm like, I might be.
Yeah, you're like,
but
oh,
I'm going to
well.
do this.
But I
so I
wanna
went
do
and
it.
got certified in 2017 and I started teaching with her. And then she's like, all right, just take this class. It's yours now. So I've been
So-
teaching Tuesday nights since the very beginning of
my
2018.
So what does that entail to get certified? Like, what did you have to do?
So for bar, it was just a weekend training.
Okay.
A lot. So COVID changed a lot, and a lot of the trainings went online.
Okay.
You can still do a training online. It's not as much fun as
Yeah.
an in-person.
Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah.
still prefer in-person. So for my Pilates, it's all of them have been in person. My yoga was online. It also took me absolutely forever. I'm
Isn't
not
it like
really good.
500 hours or
200 is what you start,
200,
and then
okay.
you add on and get your 500. Yeah.
Wow.
So
500 more or up
500
like,
up to 500.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
So yeah,
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's
so
a lot of hours.
But you
that
really need
took
to know what
me-
you're doing with that stuff. It's,
Oh yeah, and Jenna is so good. Like if I have questions on alignment that I
Yeah.
may not be, Jenna's a chiropractor, so she's
Yeah.
such a great
Yes.
resource.
Yeah. Honestly, when obviously we had her here and she was telling us all about what she does. And I was like, I like yoga, but I don't feel like I know what I'm doing, And she's like, oh yeah, come to this class. And
right.
when I get out of that class, I'm like, oh my God, I was doing it very wrong. I was like not sore.
Yeah, because
like,
you might
I was,
pop on a video or something and be like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
can follow this, but I feel like it's not the same.
And not everybody's body moves the same way.
Right.
Like,
No.
your hips might not open as much as somebody
Right.
else's. Your shoulders might not open.
Right.
And
Your spine can be a little bit curved. Like I'm
Exactly.
popping and cracking everywhere I
Right.
move. So like,
Yeah.
But I do remember being in your studio, and you guys are so like just work at your own level.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
you're not in competition with anyone.
Nope.
You're just here for yourself. Like don't be looking around. Like just stay on your own
Yeah.
mat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I think that's huge to make everyone feel comfortable. It's not a competition.
Do you go around and fix people? Like if
Sometimes.
you notice they're like, oh, let me adjust you a little bit.
sometimes, yeah, I'll like point the hip down.
Yeah.
Or, like, pull the shoulder back.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, move that just a little bit.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
also have really good merch there.
Ooh.
Like really good.
Everything is 30% off until the end of September.
Oh my
'cause
goodness.
We're getting
Like-
the new stuff in.
Yeah.
Like what kind of stuff is there?
Like
Hoodies,
sweatshirts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tops, sweatpants.
Wicked cute stuff.
Super cute stuff.
Okay.
I basically live in it. I wear a dress or I wear yoga gear.
You're like one
and
or the
there's
other.
not
Yeah.
a whole lot in between.
No, not at all. No. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been a ton of times, but I probably have like 4 pieces of
Yeah.
Zen yoga.
That's
It's
awesome.
been a
Like,
while. You
I
came
just-
with Olivia a few
I did.
times, and you
I
came
did.
by yourself.
Yep.
But I'm glad that
Yeah.
you did your one-on-ones with Jenna.
Yeah, I think it just got me like back in the groove, and it's
Yeah.
like just away from just like the full class, so I know what I'm doing. But I'm excited. Like I'm really excited to come back and just do it more regular because right now it's just once a week.
Yeah.
And I find myself being like, oh, I really want to do yoga today. Like, so I'm like, that's something new. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really
That's
like
awesome.
I love
think
that.
like that. So yeah,
I love that.
yeah, for sure.
that.
So I'm excited. So, is there anything else you want to tell us about the yoga stuff before we move?
I could really talk about the studio all
You're like all
day.
day.
long.
all day. Well, tell us like some of your favorite like success stories, or like kind of at the end of the day, like what do you think about? Like what are you most proud of that you're doing?
The feedback.
Yep.
The feedback. I have a newer person in our studio. She's been for probably a month, maybe a little over a month, and she said to me just last week, she's like, I had really bad circulation in my legs, mostly in my feet. It takes about 15 minutes for my feet to like wake up in the morning. She said, since I started taking these classes, I have ankle strength and my feet are just normal in the morning. And she's
Wow.
like, I even wore heels to work for the
my
first time. And I'm
goodness.
like, oh my gosh, this is so
Okay.
great. I also love seeing like the mom and daughter couples coming to classes. Like daughters are coming with their
Yeah.
moms. We have just in my class, and I'm sure there's more in other people's. I've got 3.
That's
They
awesome.
come with their moms. They're
Yep.
teenagers, and it's just something they do together. And I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. But the feedback on, and not just physically with, the ankle and the feet, just like being in a better space mentally
Yep.
and spiritually, just feeling better about life, feeling better about themselves, situations changing, because, when you feel good inside, your exterior also changes because it's everything responds to how you feel on the inside.
Yeah, 100%. That's awesome.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Is making those positive changes, or not even making them, just seeing people make those changes within themselves. And sometimes it's not even something that they're trying to do, it's just, it happens.
Yeah.
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 Now,
And I
do
love
you-
that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I love that too. And I think that's why we wanted to have you on too, because that's the type of people that we want here, and to share your story and to like share that joy. You know what I mean? It's like some people own businesses because they need a paycheck. And
Yep.
clearly it's way more than that for you.
You definitely
Like,
cannot
it's-
retire from teaching yoga, that's for sure. But nothing fills your soul more than this does. I mean, I love, all of my sales, and I'm so happy when my buyers finally get into their new home that they've been waiting
Yep.
for so long, and my sellers are finally able to sell and move out of state like they've been planning on doing for the last 5 years. Like that is pure joy. You
Yep.
know, and I'm like, I had something to do with this. I got to help them do this. This is so great. But there really is something about like how yoga makes people feel.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, when you love what you do every day and it brings you that much joy.
Is it really work?
Right, exactly.
Honestly,
And
that's
sometimes
like,
we have to fix tech issues. We're like, I can't log into my account.
Sure.
And the sister's not working. Like, oh my God, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
This is insane. But then getting those texts at the end of the day, like I had a really bad day today, and I took so-and-so's class or your class or whatever, and I feel so much better, and that was exactly what I needed. That's
Right.
everything, because now that person is going home to their family, and now they're happier.
Yep.
And
Right.
had they
Then
gone
everybody
home
else is
straight
happier.
from work, exactly.
yeah. Yeah, and I remember it's the way you make people feel. And
Yes.
I remember being there and feeling that way. Like feeling kind of like the love, you know? Like I remember that day that we took that really hard class and Olivia was like not
Passing.
feeling it. Like she was not feeling it.
No, she was not feeling it.
And I just remember like way later at night you sent me a text and you're like, "Is your daughter okay?" Like, and that it to me is like way worth the membership and more
Yep.
just to have somebody that cares that much.
Yep.
You know what
And
I
we're
mean?
all like that.
And I know.
All of us.
And I know.
Yeah.
I absolutely know that. And that's what I want to get back to. And that's like that feeling of connection is like huge.
Yes.
You know? And I know I already have friends there, so it's not like I'm like coming into strangers. But you know, you get busy at work and, you know, taking care of people and kids and, you know, you get caught up in that. And then it's like, it's so important to get back to you. And
You have to fill your own cup.
you do.
Always. Every single time. You cannot pour from an empty cup.
Yep.
Ever.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm realizing that more and more.
I'm
you
not
know?
good for anybody if I don't take care of myself first.
Right.
I'm literally like, I'm useless. I'm
Yeah.
not good for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I ain't good for you.
And
And I can't serve either.
Right.
You know, if I don't take care of myself, if I drop the ball on myself every single morning and then put myself out for everybody else, not good.
Yep.
Nope.
But I think we live in a society where we're conditioned to do that.
100%.
Take care of
Absolutely.
everybody else and then take care of yourself, even if you don't have time. And
Yep.
if you don't have time, a lot of times we just
Don't do
end
it.
up taking- and then the next day and the next day and the next day, and it's the same exact thing.
Yep.
And then like you're 4 years down the road and you're like, I have not taken care of myself.
Yep.
I haven't filled my own cup. Why am I so crabby? Oh, it's because I dropped the ball on myself 4 years ago.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's interesting.
And then everybody's asking why
Wow.
you're so crabby. And
Yeah.
you're like,
Why-
So I'm super selfish. I take the mornings to myself.
Oh, that's amazing.
Like, my phone is on D&D.
Yep. No, I like that.
It's probably frowned upon, but that's just
Nope. I do
So,
the same like at night. Like I 8:30 at night. I'm like phone down.
D&D. Even if I'm on, it's on D&D.
Yep. And I'm like, I'll check it every once in a while. Just
Yeah.
like my oldest daughter, she's 19. So sometimes she leaves and, you know, she'll text me at random hours just to ask questions. So like, I just need to make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like once 8:30 hits, I'm like, I don't, goodbye to you, goodbye. And I'm just like in the zone. This is me time. This is quiet. I look at screens all day long.
Yes.
You know, I'm like a goblin at my desk. And it's like this, I kind of just try to like,
Yeah.
I'll still get screen time because I need to read and research and you know, do all
Yeah.
this stuff. But
Yeah.
like, I'm not ready to converse.
Yeah.
And same with morning too.
Yep.
Like, that's why I love those morning classes. No one needs me.
Yep.
None of my clients need me at 6 a.m. Nobody needs me at 6 a.m.
Yep.
That's my time. Then I can go home. Then I can meditate. Then I can do the things. I can make my 15 different teas with the tinctures and the concoctions that go into it, and my lemon water and my coffee and my
Yeah.
collagen, like everything.
You're like, this is all
Nobody
me.
needs me at that time. And then once I have at least most of them out of the way,
Yep.
then I'm available to you now.
yeah. Yep.
That
And I
makes
think
sense.
that's realistic.
Yeah.
It's a realistic, like it's a good expectation to set for other people. This is me time.
Yes.
Yeah, and I
Yellow.
think you do need to set that.
You
know,
do.
so it's not an overlap.
Boundaries are super healthy. They're just really, really hard for people to do.
Yep.
But they're very healthy and they're very necessary.
It's really funny though. I've been seeing a lot lately, especially just of my female friends, the D&D on.
It's great.
It's I've never seen it before. I would say within the last 6 months, I think I now have like 4 friends that I notice. Either sometimes it's all day.
I'll still respond,
Yeah.
but I need to be doing something. And if my phone is going off, ping,
Yeah.
ping, ping, I can't focus. And I have ADHD,
Yep.
so like not a good combination.
Yeah. But I find it interesting. And again, I feel like it's maybe men have it on too, but I'm noticing it with women. It's just, especially just lately. It's
Yeah.
just D&D. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
even my 9-year-old, 10-year-old, like I'll know, like I'll go to text her. She'll be upstairs. I'm like, hey, come down for a second. And it's on. I'm like, I'll be like, notify anyway.
Seriously.
Click. She has her iPad, you know, so I'm like, notify anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm like, who are you? Like trying to block out for the evening. I mean,
Sorry, Mom, not
Sorry,
now.
Mom.
yeah, it's
not-
just, I'm
not
busy.
available to you right
yeah,
now.
I am
I'm
very
busy.
busy right
Thank
now.
you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll even put my phone on airplane mode at nighttime.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like I'm not available.
I'm not available to you. I am available to myself.
Yeah, because
Yep.
I need to. Because then I need to
absolutely.
be available to you all day long,
Yep.
and I want to do this in a proper way.
Yep.
Not
Yeah.
like I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I haven't taken care of myself, and I'm going to try to serve you.
Yep. No, it
work
makes
out.
sense. Especially like I know, like I probably help people to some degree all day.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Family, clients, people. And so it's like by the end of the day, I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
I can't do a single mental thing again. Like, don't ask me what 2 + 2 is because I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like my brain is like, broop.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like if a problem or like an idea rolls in later, I'm like, I don't have the mental capacity to have this conversation right now.
No.
I'm going to get back to you in the morning because I'm too burnt out right now.
Yeah, 100%.
I cannot problem solve at the moment.
No.
I hope no one's like dying or the house isn't burning down. That's obviously a different story.
Of
but
course.
Like,
Yeah. Do you like to meditate at home as well? Is that,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do
that's,
certain like sound things or do you watch it on TV or YouTube? Like
I have, the recorded guided meditations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put my headphones on.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm always a better person, especially when I'm consistent with it. And I'm not perfect. I don't do it every single day.
course.
Should I do it every day? Absolutely. Do I? Not really.
No.
But I get it in as much as I possibly can. And I just know I'm a better person for everybody, including myself, when I'm consistent.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be 3 hours. You can meditate
Right.
for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
It'll be
absolutely.
fine.
Something.
Yeah.
Just you need to take that time to yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Sure.
Right.
So along with the yoga, you sell real estate.
Yes.
So
I got all my awesome pictures done with you guys.
thank you. So what would you say, like, is there like a percentage, like how do you manage all of that time? Not percentage, you don't have to give us a percentage. I'm just curious how you keep that all, like that's a lot.
So I have a super fantastic transaction coordinator.
Okay,
Oh, awesome.
perfect.
She is awesome. So I love to be the point of contact. I love to be the one talking to you and, letting you know what's next, even though she does it. So just in case I forget to tell you, like, this is what's next, congrats on your signed purchase and sale agreement, she's on it.
Yep.
She's really, really great. But I like to be the one in front of people, and I like to be the one, I have to be the one who makes the connections and the networking and all that. And I love that. I'd rather talk than do paperwork. I'm not good at doing
Me
paperwork.
too. I'm
It's
the
not
same
my strong
exact way.
suit.
That's pretty much what I do all day is just talk.
Yeah.
And it's like when I have
That is
to do
my strong suit.
when I have to do paperwork and things like that, I'm like, Danielle, can you please help me? Danielle, please schedule this. But we all know in our office that Danielle is the one with the details.
Yes,
Right.
I do the details.
She is
but
good at
luckily I
details.
also like to talk too. So it's
Yes. Yeah. And I want her to be off the phone more often, like with me talking.
Just come to me.
Please, Danielle, can you please come with me?
Yeah.
Like, no, but that's what we do best is talk.
It's talk,
and
yeah.
make relationships and
Exactly.
network and
That's where I thrive. That is my strong suit. Like, I will pay attention to detail.
Of course.
But I can't micromanage. So I'm a lot more high level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to let your stuff fall through my fingertips, but I'm also not going to like hyper focus on the details 24/7.
Yeah.
I just can't do that.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I have my calendars and everything is color coded. I have a really good transaction coordinator. And so far, all of my clients have been very happy.
That's awesome.
No, and that's what it's all about is getting people in line with you that are good at what they do. Like our team is awesome.
Yep.
Your team is
Because-
fantastic.
Oh, we have a
I
great
love
team.
working with you guys.
Because we all have the same common goal and the same values and the same work ethic, but we're all good at different things.
Yeah.
And some of them overlap, of course.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it's like we all know what we're good at. You know, we don't pretend that we're not.
Oh gosh, no.
You know, it's like we're real. Like it's like I know Danielle's really good at details. Like we joke.
And I'm not.
And I am really good at not that. Like we joke in the
Are you a
office.
Virgo?
No, I'm a Gemini. But yeah, we joke in the office. Like if I don't know something that I should know, I'll ask Danielle, and if she says it, I'll be like, I'll trust her over myself. Yeah. I'll be like, oh yeah, well Danielle said
Like,
that.
that's the truth. That's it. That is the absolute
She's just
truth.
very detail oriented.
Yeah. And
Like-
it's great.
It is.
But when there's too many details, I get super overwhelmed.
I get it.
So
I get it.
I'm detail oriented to a point.
Yep.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, to a point. Like really good to
But you
a
like to
point.
make those personal connections. And
Yes.
that's huge. And you have to have a personal connection, especially when you're going to sell somebody's home. Like that's very personal.
Exactly.
That's not just like take
that
it.
They can trust me.
Yeah.
I need to show them that, I'm a real human. You can relate to me. You can connect with me.
Right.
Like that is so much more important than, hey, I'm really good at doing paperwork. They're not gonna care.
Yeah, no one
she's
cares.
so good at filing paperwork.
Yeah, she's really
good.
That purchase and sales was top notch.
Like I can't relate to her, but she's really good at doing paperwork. No one.
No, we all know people like that, like that are just,
Yeah. I like stick to what you know. Today I tried to MacGyver my for sale sign. I cut my finger, which is why I have an excessive amount of new skin on it right now. But I'm like, Timea, you're not good at this.
you're like, why?
Wait until your boyfriend gets home and have him do it.
It's like, why
Instead of going to Tractor Supply and Walmart and the building supply store to try to get an anchor for your post.
Yep.
right.
Stick to what
Stick
you know.
to what you know
Yeah.
and what you love and what you're good at.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, you guys are so great here. Like, you're so
thank you.
creative. I had Keith at a listing photo appointment, and I'm all week long. I'm like, all weekend. I'm like, because it was a Monday. I'm like, I'm gonna text him because I have this great idea that I want to do. But I'm like, no, personal space, boundaries. This weekend. I'm sure he doesn't want to hear about your crazy ideas that you want to do for your listing photo shoot on Monday. So we're there, and I'm like, what do you think about me blowing up my paddleboard and doing my agent intro from the water? And he's like, do it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, great. Thanks for supporting my idea. So I'm like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to buy paperwork.
And it's fun because and things like that, like it's fun to think outside the box and do different things and make it more enjoyable than your typical just like, oh, here's this, here's that, here's this, and you have to have that kind of personality to go out there. And obviously you do,
Yeah. And that's what makes you relatable. Like, that's what people are like, oh, that's so cool. Like,
I can't believe she did that.
I can't believe she did that. I want to do that too.
But that circles back to the yoga too, because if a person is going to go do yoga for the first time, and they're, I'm sure, completely like nervous and anxious and like, oh, I'm going to mess this thing up royally and I'm going to look dumb. I'm going to mess this, like walking in and like getting your energy immediately, I'm sure kind of just makes everybody at ease very early on.
Because I'm a little bit intense, but
your energy
people,
is still just like it's inviting.
Yeah.
And that's what matters, because you don't want to walk into a place and be like, ugh, like you want to feel
safe.
exactly.
Yeah, and you do. You absolutely do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It can be intimidating to go into a strange place.
Oh, of course.
And it's really not about the movement. I mean, that's just when you do yoga, it's really just a deep meditation. Yeah. The poses is just what you do during. At least that's my interpretation of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the layers that yoga has helped me peel back to be like, okay, this is really who I am. I've been under these covers because we're all self-conscious and we need to conform to society. And once it all got peeled back, I'm like, wait, I am fun and I can let that fun show. And I don't have to be like super conservative all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I can be.
Go be weird.
I can be me.
Yeah, be weird.
Yeah.
And that's what we encourage here too. It's
100%.
like, just be yourself.
Just
like
be
just
yourself.
like
even if it's weird, just
like
go be yourself.
like put yourself on camera. Like I know it was like nerve wracking at
like,
first.
you want me to
You're
do
like,
what?
You're like, wait, like that's
Do you know how
scary.
awkward I am?
Right. Like that's scary. But like you're doing it and you're doing a great job. And it's like
Only
that's-
mildly sweating, but I'm okay.
It's the lights. It's all the lights. But that's what we're encouraging here is like just be yourself and be authentic. Like people want you to mess up. Like they don't want you to be perfect, Like they're looking, us as humans are always looking, like interviewing people even though you don't know it. Like to be your friend and to be your like you don't realize it on the daily, but you're in a constant interview.
Always.
That is
Like
true.
us, always.
I've never thought about that.
Always.
Kind of
Yeah.
terrifying.
So yeah, that's kind of what I say when I go to networking events is it's like you're being interviewed anyways, so why don't you tell your own story?
Yeah. Show them exactly who you are. And if they don't like it, they don't like it.
Yeah.
But at least you're
Yeah.
giving them your true self instead of someone that they want to see and like, oh no, now I have to keep up. Now I have to like keep up this facade because this is how I presented myself.
And that's exhausting.
It's
you
exhausting.
cannot do that.
Yeah.
Like that's just so and that's what I always try to tell people. It's like even my kids, it's just like just be yourself.
Yeah.
Like
But it's so hard at that age. I mean, I can go back to my early mid-20s and I'm like, nope, I'm going to put myself in this box and in this mold and I'm not going to move from here because this is really safe and protected.
Yeah.
I'm like,
right.
Meanwhile, my insides are trying to crawl out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, this is not where you belong.
Right. And you're constantly trying to find, like, at that age, like, your friend group
Yes.
and, like, your peers, like, who's relating to who and who you think you want to be.
Right.
And then it's like when you get to be, like, my age, our
Yeah.
age,
Yeah.
collectively, you're like, no, like, I'm going to walk into a room, and if you like me, then that's great.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to prove myself to you, you know, like,
Uh-huh.
you're going to like me or you're not.
Or
Right.
you're not.
Yeah,
like-
And if you don't, there's plenty more that
Right.
do, so it's okay.
Right.
Not everybody is for everybody.
Right.
No,
And
and
that's
that's
just a fact
yeah.
of life.
really important to keep in mind.
We can never be everybody's cup of tea.
No.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
all right.
But we're winning.
But we're winning.
for
We're
sure.
winning.
The trifecta over here.
We are winning. Let's just say hashtag winning at this table.
For sure.
No, but that's kind of going back to, you know, this business, and like that's who we want to align ourselves with, is people who really care about people. You know, it's just not like, I'm going to say it again, but it's not a paycheck. It's like a way of living.
Yes.
Like your personal life spills into your business life.
100%.
Because those are
There's
your
no
people.
clear boundaries there
Right.
at all.
Yeah.
Right, because those are your people.
Yeah,
and that,
exactly.
like that's who you want to be with. You know, it's a, like you said, like your birthday party was like clients and like
That was
Like
incredible.
friends,
So the
yeah.
best part about my birthday party, my boyfriend, amazing, so great, like so great. Threw me a surprise birthday party. Even my parents flew up from Georgia.
Oh my goodness.
And I have always said for the longest time, I have all these pods of friends.
Yep.
Like I've got my real estate friends, I have my studio friends, I have my friends that I've been friends with since middle school, which is a super tiny pod.
Yeah.
I have just like friends, like life friends, and there's all these pods of friends who have never met. They know of each other.
Yep.
They hear their names
Yep.
all the time.
Yep.
They've never once met. So that was, and my parents have not met anyone because they've been
That's
gone for 21
awesome.
years.
Oh my goodness.
So it's like they've been like out of the picture in that sense. So
Yeah.
like and that was what my mom said. She's like, it's so nice to see the friends that you talk about.
Yep.
yeah, and like the
Right.
whole community that you've built. Like that's incredible to
I
have
don't think
everyone.
I built it. I think people just are drawn to us, you know?
Yeah, that's what I mean though. I
Yeah.
don't mean you physically built it, but like
It just
people are drawn
happened
to you.
naturally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's amazing.
Birds of a feather flock
Yep,
together.
absolutely.
You like attracts like.
Yeah,
And I'm very blessed to say I have the most incredible people in my life. Like I don't have one person in my life that I don't really truly love. Everybody is just fantastic. I am so blessed.
That's amazing.
The greatest
That
friends,
is-
the greatest acquaintances, the best partners, business partners, everyone, you know, in real estate, like everyone is just so nice. And if you're not, I'm not going to talk to you.
Yeah, you're like, bye.
you're on constant D&D.
Like, can we close now?
That's it. I watched talk also a little bit about, like you mentioned your boyfriend,
Yeah.
and I know he owns Vincent's.
Yes. No,
correct?
he does not
He
own
does not
Vincent.
own it.
No,
Okay,
he's the
so-
general manager. He owns
Okay.
Stretches Pickles.
So he owns Stretch. Okay, so I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what was it?
Stretches Pickles.
Stretches pickles?
Yes.
I should have brought pickles.
Pickles?
Yes. Yes.
So he owns a craft pickle company with his business partners. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you go to the mill number 3,
Yes.
right down the street.
Yes, that's where
Yes,
we've
They
gone.
yes.
are
Okay.
fully stocked.
Actually, I think I might have some in the fridge right now.
The pickles?
Kristen
Yeah.
has some in the fridge.
All right, I'm
Yes.
gonna have some pickles.
I think I do.
So
'Cause
good.
I the bread and butter
I
ones.
do
The bread and
remember
butter
seeing a
ones
jar
are
of
made
pickles.
so
Yes,
good.
they're
Okay.
so good.
Okay.
They're so
good.
good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we are very multifaceted.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
they
he
sell
has
pickles.
a full-time job where
Okay.
he's the GM at a small grocery store, but he also co-owns this pickle company.
Okay.
So we are like
You're busy.
always on the move.
You're busy.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to have Stretches Pickles on our
Oh my
on our
gosh,
podcast.
okay.
Only
too.
if he brings pickles.
Only maybe we could taste it. We could
A taste
test
test?
them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that'd
They
be
have a
super
pickle
fun.
bar.
Pickle day.
Pickle bar.
Yeah. Super fun.
They have a
Awesome.
ton of pickles.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
they do.
I never see him on Fridays because he works the double, and then that's when they make their pickles.
Okay.
On Fridays.
Very cool.
At the
That's so fun.
commercial kitchen. So,
Wow.
but they're everywhere. They're in. I'm gonna say the wrong number. I want to say it's 50-something stores, but
There are
I
a
could be
lot
wrong.
of places.
There's a ton.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
In Massachusetts, they're up in New Hampshire as well.
Do they do like shows, like trade shows and stuff?
Not really. They
No.
used to do. Oh, what was that thing at the DCU Center? Was it Brew Woo?
Oh,
Do they still do that? They used to do that.
I think
it was like
so.
years. It was
Yep.
before I met him.
Yes. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah. But not, they don't go to like the fairs and stuff.
Yeah.
And farmers.
It's a big,
That's a ton of work.
the big ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they seem to be doing well without
They're doing
doing
great.
that. So,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I went to Roots last week because I had a home inspection and my home inspector wanted to try the pickles too and my client. So I'm like, I'm going to pick up some pickles for this home inspection. I went to Roots. They're cleaned out. I'm like,
oh my goodness.
John,
You're like,
did I just age myself?
Yeah, I do the same. Ooh, what are you going to do though? This? Hello? No.
Yeah.
That's
So I went to mill
way
number
better.
3. I'm like, I know the mill number 3 has a lot of the pickles.
Yeah.
And they did. They
Yeah.
were fully
Yeah. Oh,
stocked. So I
perfect.
picked up a few jars and I went to the home inspection. But yeah, they're in a ton of stores.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
cool.
And they're
actually.
so
That
good.
you can bring them to your real estate people. That's very
Yeah.
cool. Like a
That's awesome.
housewarming pickle jar.
Yes.
Love
yeah.
it.
yeah, for
Love
serious.
Shameless self-promotion, not
Hey,
but
no.
You should have them make one just for you, like a special one, like a home sweet.
I'm going
pickle.
to tell. I hope he's listening to this.
Yeah,
Like,
home sweet home.
like home sweet home pickle.
Oh my God. Have them a little
Yes.
sugary.
And then you can
little
get
like
tart.
a bread and butter, like
Yeah.
a twist on a bread and butter, and
Yeah.
like home sweet home. Because who doesn't love bread and butter pickles?
Right, and then you can give them
Exactly.
away as gifts.
Yes.
Yeah, those are your home buying gifts.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you can even sell them to your realtor friends.
Yeah.
It could be a whole business.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Because I need a third. I need
Boom,
a third
Shark Tank.
We'll sell them here.
We'll have the photographers bring them. Be a whole thing.
photo shoot.
Partnership. Pickle
We'll
partnership.
do a photo shoot.
Yes.
We'll set you right up. We got it. We got the skills. We'll set you up with a whole marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, no, you
Delightful.
really need to try them though.
They're so
very
good.
Okay.
They're
I mean,
so,
if you
so
have
good.
them in the fridge, I will definitely
Yeah. Yeah.
help
So-
myself to a pickle.
But I'm glad that you're prepared.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Absolutely. So how does that conflict at all in your like relationship, or you both like work together?
We went into this knowing that we both love to be busy.
Yep.
Okay.
Like I don't want to say we love to work.
Yeah.
Because as you said, when you do what you love, is
Right.
it really working?
Right.
Like he knew, and we both knew that we're busy. We're always on.
That's
and
awesome.
We very much value our downtime. Like he loves to go golfing, and I hate saying really again. Sometimes I do, but
Yeah.
most of the time, I'm like no, golf,
Goodbye.
'cause you need to fill your cup,
Yep.
and I
Yep.
can't do that for you because I'm not going to be the same as your guy friend. So
Yep.
go golf, and
Yeah.
then
Yep.
we'll go get dinner after or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we appreciate each other's and we honor each other's like personal space.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. Yeah. So you can grow together and
Yeah.
each do your own thing.
Yeah. I mean, do I constantly whine about like, oh, you have to be gone on Friday night?
I
But
guess
I'm like,
I
it
do.
is what it is. But then
But
I'm
are you a
like, okay, this
girlfriend
is-
if you don't? Like,
Right,
I
exactly.
mean,
Exactly. And I'm like,
be
you know
real.
what? That's actually my self-care Friday night.
yeah.
I
you gotta
declined
flip it.
plans.
Yeah.
I declined plans last Friday because it started at 6:45.
Oh, I
I'm
get-
like,
no,
that's
I
like
get it.
That's midnight.
No, I
on
get
a Friday. I'm
it-
tired.
Summertime, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But like once you hit October,
Yeah,
like
no.
past 5 p.m., don't invite me
Anywhere.
Like
Yeah.
I remember one day we were going out somewhere in Nashua, and it was I think we were meeting at 7:30 p.m.
God. I
on a
need to
Sat.
pregame with a nap.
I was like, excuse
Never.
me? And I'm like,
Never.
wait, I don't, but we were going to this really cool place, which is like a speakeasy. So
Yeah.
they opened late. So it was like, okay, it was beautiful. We had a great time. But I was like, 7:30, I'm like, PM? Like, okay, I have 10 minutes before I
Yeah.
fall asleep, but
Yeah.
okay. You
That
know?
was the night of your birthday party. I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know that I can handle this.
It was a 7 p.m. start time. But again, it was
And
July.
it was in
okay,
Lowell.
that's different.
So I was like,
Oh, so
I
you
need
gotta
a nap.
commute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pregame with a nap.
Yeah,
That's been my
Yeah,
thing.
but again,
I
because
did good, though.
I had
I-
rented like a whole upstairs with my 40th, so I
Oh,
and I did
nice.
like a whole like 1920s theme. So like I had
love
it was
that.
it was
It was
fun.
Okay.
dress up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I-
that's
I-
awesome.
it was fun. We had a
It's
good
very
time.
cool, a good dress up
We had a
party.
good time, but I was like, yeah, sorry, it has to start. Everyone was like 7 p.m. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, but it was the function room. Like
No,
it was what it,
it had to be
was.
done.
Like what am I gonna do?
It had to be done.
But
It just had to be done.
Awesome.
So yeah, so in the spirit of our podcast, we always ask our guests a special question. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
geez.
I'm
Okay.
just kidding. No, so the podcast is called So What's Next? So it's basically, kind of the journey of your business up until now, which you've shared with us.
Yeah.
And then we kind of ask the question, like, so what's next? Like, what are you looking forward to in the future? Like, are you just ready to, continue what you're doing, or do you have big plans? Or
We have huge plans.
You
We
do.
would love the studio to grow. Like our vision is have a place where you can get smoothies and a smoothie bowl and have like a healthy food option after you leave your class, and then have access to massage therapy, or if you want to have a Reiki session after your class, like have space for all of that. Have, you know, I don't know, have little rooms where there's an acupuncturist once a week, there's a massage therapist once a week, there's nutrition counseling, there's
even just to hang out, like
even just to hang
like,
out. Like, I want our studio to be like 5 times this big.
That's awesome.
That's exciting. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Very cool.
Yeah, and there's hoping the market doesn't crash, you know?
Yeah, you're like, fingers.
Just kidding.
Yes,
Fingers
we all want that.
But there's always something, like, I'm always like, oh my gosh, this is such a good idea, and I could do this alongside everything else I'm doing. And I'm like, when?
Yeah.
Because there's still only 24 hours in a day.
Yep.
So there's always, like, I'm always reaching for the next thing. I don't always know what the next thing is going to be. I know what it is for the studio, like what direction we want to grow into.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. Very exciting.
Multifaceted.
If somebody wanted to, join, how would they go about it? Is it like a...
That is a fantastic question.
Yeah, do they go online? Do they call? What's the process?
Typically, people are very self-sufficient, and they go online. We have a 2-week intro offer for $30. So in that 2-week period, you can try any class at both studios.
Ooh.
It's like a super deal.
Yeah.
It's a super deal. So we have that. But a lot of times people just call. We also have people walk in, which is not recommended because we're not fully staffed. We're only there when the classes are going on. And if you walk in when there is a class happening, you're, greeted with a bunch of yoga poses or a locked door. And then we have a bunch of membership options. We have a drop-in rate. We have a 10-class pass. We have a monthly unlimited. We have a wellness package that includes a massage a month and unlimited classes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And are the classes, do you have to pre-register to go to the classes, or are those walk-in?
It is recommended that you pre-register.
Okay.
We've never turned anybody away if you walked in,
but
even if the class is full, but some of the classes are waitlisted.
Okay.
So it is recommended that you sign up ahead of time. Yeah. We have an app, so if you just go on the App Store,
wow.
the app is Zen Yoga and Wellness.
Okay, and is that the website as well?
Yes.
Zen
Yeah, it's super easy to sign up for classes.
Very, very easy.
And if you can't go at the last minute, then you can, or obviously you want to do it sooner, but like you can, get out too.
There's a cancellation. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like we ask for 3 hours.
Sure.
Yeah, so other people can get in.
Yeah.
Especially if there is a wait list, we just want to know.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
we can tell. But yeah, and then the first class at Orchard Hills is free.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Very cool.
So I hope you guys come.
Yes.
I definitely.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
It was fun chatting with you guys.
Yes.
Absolutely. Always a good time.